Hello everyone, welcome back. So today we are going to do some expressions. These are mathematical expressions and they are really helpful in creating so many things which make our work easy and less hard work is required there if we use them. Because if we do animation frame by frame, that is going to be very tough job and that is, you know, that much time is not given for the project. So it would be better if we use expressions there. Okay, so they make our work really less tiring. Okay, and we enjoy doing that. So the expressions we are going to handle today are dollar f. Dollar f means frame, or dollar t, that is time. Okay, and one of the expressions we are going to use is sine. Okay, that is a wave expression actually. That is a wave expression we are going to do. Okay, one more thing we have to understand is pivot. Okay, so first of all, let's take pivot. What is pivot? Pivot. Suppose if we have taken whatever object we will take, it will have some centroid, and at the center of the object there will be pivot point. That is like that. So if we have this box, okay, at the center of the box there will be pivot point. Okay, and from there it's all the distances will be calculated. So this is x and this is y and this is z. Okay, so two things will be there. In the last class we did transform node. Okay, we did transform node. Okay, so one thing is translate there. Translate means moving this object towards x-axis, y-axis or z-axis. That is translate. Okay, and one is pivot translate. And pivot translate means moving this pivot point in x-axis, y and z-axis. So that's the pivot point. So if we move pivot point, then the shot will be something like that. Shot will be something like that. Okay, if we move this, so if we move this, that means this pivot point will be moved to maybe like here, like here. Okay, like this, and then object will remain here, but we can then rotate this object towards this point like that. Okay, so in so many things we are going to do, that is going to be really very beneficial, and that is why it is given in the transform tool or whatever nodes we are using. Okay, but we normally use for movement and for rotation and all that, we use transform tool in most of the cases. So that's the first thing, pivot. Okay, the second thing is okay, this is very clear and we are going to do the practical on that directly. So the next thing is sine. Okay, let's have something in sine. Sine is a wave function actually. Okay, so waves which are going up and they are going down. Okay, so when I was doing my high schooling, then I got this kind of graph there. It's something like that. Okay, and I read sine 0 0 and sine 90 1 and then sine 180 again 0. It was like that. Why? Because that is a wave. So sine starts with 0 in the graph, okay, and then it starts going up, then it goes down, and then it goes up, and then cycle goes on. Okay, so one cycle completes, it starts from 0 degrees and then this completes in 360 degrees. Okay, that is one cycle. And in one cycle, it goes one time, it covers maximum height on the wave and a minimum height in the wave. So this is maximum. And that is sine 90. Sine 90 is 1. That is maximum value it will cover plus 1. and minimum value it will cover, this is minimum value, it will cover -1. So that's, and the cycle goes on like that. Okay, so at 90 this will be 1, and this is perhaps 270 degree, this will be, and every on this line this will be 0 all the time. Okay, that is why 0, and then 180 degree, and then 360 degree, and then all the multiples of that, they will be 0. Okay, so and this is the distance which is covered on one side. Okay, and this distance is called amplitude. This is called amplitude. Okay, and the number of waves covered in 1 second, they are called frequency. They are called frequency. Okay, so that is we are going to cover today. Fine. So that will be the expression we are going to use is sine, all small, sine, and bracket, and dollar f we are going to use. That is frame. Okay, that is, we can also use dollar t, but that is going to be very slow. So we are using dollar f, because dollar f into 24 or 25 or 30, that will be equal to dollar t. Okay, so let's start working on that. So here we are in Houdini. So let's try to understand one by one everything. So we'll take a box. That is the easiest thing we can take. We'll take GeoNode, and then enter, and then tab, and then box. So we'll take box. So I'm sure I have not to explain everything how we are going to take these objects. Okay, so now we are in network editor, and then here is parameter editor. So that is box, and these are the values which it has. Okay, so first of all, what we are going to understand is dollar $f. Okay, that is frame. So I can use this dollar $f on here on every one of them, or I can use it on transform tool. So what I will do, I will use transform tool, because most of the time I use this one. So transform, okay, and I will use it here. Okay, activate the display node and start working. So I will use this on rotate. Okay, so what we have to do, we have just to write down dollar and capital F, that is case sensitive, capital F, and enter. So that's done. So what is going to do, this is frame number, this is called current frame actually. So that means at every frame that is changing the value. What is changing? This is changing rotation of Y at every frame. Whatever will be the frame, that will be the rotation. Okay, so just play it. Okay, and the cube is rotating along y-axis. So in the same way we can use it anywhere, and if we use this in maybe something like in scale, okay, so that will be happening like that, that is dollar $f, and then enter, and then this will be increasing as the frame is increasing. Okay, so we can reduce the or increase the speed of scaling depending upon our need. So what I will do, I will divide that dollar f, I will divide that by 10. So the value of scaling will be reduced by 10. Okay, so just play it. But that is a nice animation. So if we do that animation by hand, it will take long time, and maybe that might not be as accurate as it is coming now. Okay, so I think now you have understood, that is dollar f. We, in the same manner we can use dollar t. Okay, but the okay, so if I multiply by 24, because time code now is 24. Okay, so if I multiply by 24, that will be 1 second. And now dollar f and dollar t into 24 is same. Now you can see The animation is now and the animation before, so they both are same. That means this is the value frame $f. Okay, so now I think you have understood this thing. This is first thing. Okay, okay, now sign. There is no need of doing it. What we can do, we can press control and middle mouse button. Okay, control and middle mouse button, sorry, that can't happen. Okay, so what I will do, I will delete channel and control and middle mouse button, and that is I will delete channel and then control middle mouse button. Okay, fine. So now control, sorry, space bar F, the object will be in focus, and now I am going to apply this sign on this box, sign expression along with $f. Okay, so now I'm going to do that y on y, and that is on translate y, that is on translate y. So dollar, sorry, not dollar, sign, and that will be in a small. Okay, not in capital, that will be in a small. So sign and then bracket and then $f, capital, and enter, and then play it. So that will be waving um, on the y-axis. Have a look. So if you want to reduce uh, the movement, you can divide. If you want to increase the motion, then you can multiply, asterisk. Okay, so switch on to get the real time, and then movement will be like that. It's something like that. This is in real time. So if I want to increase this, I will multiply. If I want to increase the frequency, I will multiply within this bracket. That will be the frequency within this bracket. So I will multiply by 10. Okay, and if I want to increase amplitude, then I will multiply outside this bracket, that is into 2 times. Then the distance covered will be twice. Check it out. Okay, so here is this thing. One more thing I want to cover here, that is x one another expression, that is x min, x max, and all that. Okay, so what we have to, what we are going to do next is z min, dollar x min, and in the same manner dollar x max, and then same for y, sorry, dollar y min and dollar y max, and then dollar z min, all capital, min, and then dollar z max. Okay, so these all are giving us maximum and minimum value of whatever object we use in Houdini. Okay, that is some sort of bounding box, that is x value of the bounding box, and maximum value, minimum value of the bounding box, and maximum value of the bounding box. So let's have a look at this also. Okay, we can use this in any of the attributes here, in any of the parameters here. Okay, so let's jump to Houdini and then have a look at that. Fine, so we have this box. Okay, I will delete this expression, make it 0, and now this is the box. This is maximum value of x, this is minimum value of x. So what I want to do, I just want to give this value. Okay, so I will go to translate and write down dollar x max, like that, all capital, and enter. Okay, so now it has moved to maximum value of x, maximum value of x. And now if I want to do x min, then that will move to minimum value, like here this is minimum value and this is maximum value. So now if I do minimum, this will move to minimum value. Check here, towards the other side of 0, towards the other side of origin. So in the same thing will happen in case of y and z also. Okay, so that is translation. Why? Because I use the expression in translation, but if I don't use it here, I use somewhere else. So I will make it 0 and I will use the same kind of thing. I will click here so that I can get the um, this gizmo. So I'll come here and then click on the pivot transform. Okay, and I will use the same here with pivot. So I will do dollar x max, and this time pivot point, only pivot point will move to maximum value of the box. And if I do min, sorry, and if I do x min, then the pivot will be moved to minimum value of the box. Okay, so that is the expressions. Okay, and they are really very beneficial in doing everything we do while creating projects. Okay, so go ahead and create something, right? So let's do it. So first of all, we will take the box. We will take the box. I will go to the box and I will make some changes here. I'll make some changes here. So this will be point 2. This will be point 2. Okay, and then we'll go to transform. We'll go to transform, and here in transform we will use minimum value, that is x min, that is x min, dollar x min, dollar x min. Sorry, sorry, that's my fault. Dollar x min is here, dollar x min, or x max. Yeah, that's right. Hmm? And if I make it 2 times, this will be like this. Okay, now I will come to this pivot point, and I will take the pivot point here. So what I will do, I will do dollar x min, and this will move here, right? Cool. So now we have this thing, we have pivot point here and the whole object here. Okay, okay, right, right. So I will go back and make few changes here and make it 0.5, like, sorry. So I will make 0.5 or maybe 0.8, or let it be 1. So this will be here. And now I want to apply rotation. So I will come here and I will rotate around Z. I will rotate around Z. This is X, this is Y, and this is Z. And I will take sine again. That is all small sine. and then bracket, and then $F, capital F, and into 50 to get faster value. Yeah. But I want to increase the amplitude also. So I will multiply the whole value by 2. Not by 2. It could be 30. Now it's fine. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Very right. Okay. So this is the first part. Now we'll move to other part. So what I will do, I will take this thing, the whole thing, press Alt and then duplicate it. And then I'll go here. I will template this and I'll go here. And now the value will be same, and I'll go to translate, and then I move translate towards this side. So what I'll do, I will make it not maximum, but minimum, capital MIN, minimum, like this. Sorry, X minimum. Okay. But I'll move this pivot point here. That is maximum. You can also take a new box and then start working on that. And then I will go to this one and make it negative, like that. Okay, fine. Now I will take one more box, one more box, and here I will reduce this value to 0.5, and then X will also be 0.5. Okay, and I will give some wave motion on the y-axis. So I will take transform. I will take transform node for that and click here and give some motion on the translate y. So I will go here and write down sine small sine and then dollar capital F into 50 into 50, and that's it. Enter. And then reduce the whole wavelength, sorry, amplitude to a great extent. So we'll multiply outside by zero point 0.2 only. Okay. So now I will merge all of them, select all of them, and then merge them, and then switch on the display of merge. And here is your example, and you can make all the changes in everything. So press Ctrl B to have some wider look, Ctrl B, and then okay. So with the help of expressions we can do a lot of things. In some coming videos we'll be getting again and again into expressions. So for this video, that's enough. Thank you very much.